Look, I think the first question is very straightforward. What information do I need to provide you as a funder, as a financial institution? Most people are aware these days that the banking environment has changed. There's a lot more due diligence that goes into a finance application process. So I think we're finding that the public are becoming smarter, more educated around that, and they're actually asking us up front, what information do you need? Let me know now. It's going to make it easier as a process rather than back to and fro, backwards and forwards around additional data coming in kind of piecemeal. So I think that's first and foremost the question that we get asked. Secondly, how long is this going to take? As typically with any finance application, there's a transaction that sits on the end of it. It might be a purchase contract for an equity share in a business or a business. It might be for a commercial, residential investment property or owner-occupier. So timing is critical. I think we go back to the first point there. The earlier that we can engage a partner, a potential funder, to help us on that journey around acquisition of that or conducting that transaction, we can get a good understanding of the information that we need, and the more comprehensive the data that is received the first time round, typically the easier it is to process the application. So the second question would certainly be around timing, and my tip there would be prepared, be diligent, come with as much information as you can, because it will just make the process simpler. And in that sense, it will make it typically a lot quicker. And then thirdly, how much can I borrow is typically a question. And I think that really comes back to a subsequent question around, well, what's the intention here? What's the strategy? What is it that we're looking to achieve with this potential acquisition? Because the answer for that question may vary depending on what we're actually looking to fund for. And what we're looking to fund for will need to take into account, let's use an example of commercial property. If we're looking to acquire a commercial property and we do want to seek the maximum lend that we can against that property, well, is that possible? Is it justified on the basis of potentially needing some investment in that property to generate additional revenue streams to service that level of debt? So it really comes back to, yes, certainly a question is how much can I borrow? But I think having good information to hand, having a good vision and clarity around what the intent of that investment is, will also impact that conversation as to what is actually possible against that asset in order to provide funding.